Okay, my friends. Welcome. You'll have to forgive me, my voice is. But anyhow, we got a great show for you tonight. Alright, and now, my friends, let's get this party started. Alright, you are watching Political Point Magazine, where hold on a second. Yes, you are watching Political Point Magazine, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? Because political minds want to know. Well, tonight's top stories. It's Labor Day, September 2nd, 2013. And tonight, my friends, we're going to talk about entrepreneurial spirit. Yep, that's right. I thought it'd be pretty nice on this Labor Day, the day that we celebrate our labor and how good it is to work in this country. So, entrepreneurial spirit is the topic for tonight. My friends, welcome once again to our Political Point Magazine. I am your political host, William Mitro. All right. Well, my friends, it is welcome and thank you for watching Political Point Magazine tonight on this Labor Day, September 2nd, 2013. Now, tonight the topic is entrepreneurial spirit. All right, my friends, and tonight is very, 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 very interesting. All right, because it comes to a crossing point here, where we know that Barack Obama came into office on a campaign of hope and change, but for some reason he just hasn't been cutting it. All right, and it just goes to show you that we have now this misperception, I should say, that people have been having with Barack Obama. All right, because now um, now Barack Obama made several promises during the campaign of 2008 and in 2012, and we found out that he broke just about every single one of those promises. All right, and it's not looking particularly good, my friends. All right, for Barack Obama. So, so tonight I stress that his overall approval rating on the economy now is 35%. It's the lowest in history. We have encountered the worst presidency in history. I think this guy is just incompetent. What in the world is he thinking? Okay, I mean, we have still now our situation all across the world is in shambles. All right, the foreign policy, uh, the foreign policy is a disaster. We can't get Snowden, and this is the guy that Obama is the guy that promised, oh, the tide, the oceans would rise and everything. Oh, my goodness, this guy is just not doing it. This guy, we need to think about what people really, really voted for. All right, because on this this special tonight. I am going to educate people on on entrepreneurial spirit, okay? Because I believe that capitalism works. The capitalism of the 1980s in the Reagan era worked, all right? Capitalism worked, okay? And I want people to understand all of this, okay? So we are stressing tonight entrepreneurial spirit, all right? Entrepreneurial spirit. Yep, that's right. Spirit. So entrepreneurial spirit is the topic for tonight. And we will get into a lot of that tonight. All right, but oops, no, I don't want this window here. This is what I want to stress tonight. Okay, but oh, sorry about that. Whoops, no, that's not the headline here. Okay, so here we go. All right, but entrepreneurial spirit is what we are stressing tonight here. Here we are, entrepreneurial spirit. All right, now, this is how I start people off here. Okay, so tonight we are stressing entrepreneurial spirit. Now, on the economy, we have first, okay, the worst economy in history, okay, right now because of President Barack Obama's policies. All right, and now President Bush stressed entrepreneurial spirit, and so did Reagan. And now this is why I want you to see now. And when it comes in terms of the economy and people's financial well-being, Barack Obama has it all wrong. I mean, apparently this guy did not listen to Benjamin Carson when he was at the National Prayer Breakfast. All right, take a look. All right, go back. Here it is. Hold on a second. Okay, here.
Taxation system so complex. There is no one who can possibly comply with every jot and tittle of our tax and thing. If I wanted to get you or you, I could get you on a tax issue. That doesn't make any sense. What we need to do is come up with something that's simple. And when I pick up my Bible, you know what I see? I see the fairest individual in the universe, God, and he's given us a system. It's called tithe. Now, we don't necessarily have to do it 10%, but it's principle. He didn't say, if your crops fail, don't give me any tithes. He didn't say, if you have a bumper crop, give me triple tithes. So there must be something inherently fair about proportionality. You make $10 billion, you put in $1 billion. You make $10, you put in 1. Of course, you got to get rid of the loopholes. But now some people say, well, that's not fair because it doesn't hurt the guy who made $10 billion as much as the guy who made 10. Where does it say you have to hurt the guy? He just put $1 billion in the pot. You know, we don't need to hurt him. You know, it's that kind of thinking. It's that kind of thinking that has resulted in 602 banks in the Cayman Islands. That money needs to be back here, building our infrastructure and creating jobs. And we're smart enough to figure out how to do that. We've already started down the path of solving one of the other big problems, healthcare. We need to have good healthcare for everybody. It's the most important thing that a person can have. Money means nothing, titles means nothing when you don't have your health. But we got to figure out efficient ways to do it. We spend a lot of money on healthcare, twice as much per capita as anybody else in the world, and yet not very efficient. What can we do? Here's my solution. When the person is born, give them a birth certificate, an electronic medical record, and a health savings account, to which money can be contributed pre-tax from the time you're born to the time you die. When you die, you can pass it on to your family members so that when you're 85 years old and you got 6 diseases, you're not trying to spend up everything. You're happy to pass it on, and there's nobody talking about death panels. That's number one. And also, you know, for the people who are indigent, who don't have any money, We can make contributions to their HSA each month because we already have this huge pot of money. Instead of sending it to some bureaucracy, let's put it in their HSAs. Now they have some control over their own health care. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to learn very quickly how to be responsible. When Mr. Jones gets that diabetic foot ulcer, he's not going to the emergency room and blowing a big chunk of it. He's going to go to the clinic. He learns that very quickly. Gets the same treatment in the emergency room. They send him out. In the clinic, they say, now let's get your diabetes under control so you're not back here in 3 weeks with another problem. That's how we begin to solve these kinds of problems. It's much more complex than that, and I don't have time to go into it all, but we can do all of these things because we're smart people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You see that? Now. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, yes. So you see now. Yeah. Okay. So you see now that, my friends, is why we need to stress entrepreneurial spirit in all of what we do here. All right? So, if you can hear and understand what I'm talking about here. All right? Now, this, my friends, is very, very crucial to what we need to begin talking about. All right? Now, I stress economic issues. Now, Benjamin Carson mentioned personal health savings accounts. Now, that is a very, very good idea. Very good idea. And it stresses the need for importance for people to have control over their own money in which they want, in which they are going to need to pay for all their medical expenses. And you know, I stress this. This is why we need to defund Obamacare and replace it with something like that. Okay? The personal health savings accounts. All right? This is very, very, very important. Okay? Now, I also want to stress now, all right, in the issues here, all right? So now, what I want to stress now is that Benjamin Carson is right, all right? President Bush was also right, okay, in stressing entrepreneurial spirit, because when you're an entrepreneur, you can make things happen. You can do now. You can do for yourself what and for everybody else. Okay. Now, I want to stress that under George W. Bush, all right, the economy was much better than it is now. All right. Now, the economy under Bush from 2001 to 2008, okay, real GDP grew at an average annual rate of 2.2%. All right. President Bush cut taxes and generated 19% more revenue into the federal government. All right. And now, not to mention that the deficit was being reduced under Bush. All right. And and everything. The average U.S. per capita household compensation was 35,000. You know, with the richest 20% had 45.8% share of the total income. Now, the average unemployment rate under Bush was 4.5%. All right. Home ownership, especially black home ownership, increased under Bush. It was on the rise. Okay. In fact, President Bush did more for blacks and minorities than any Democrat president, than any other president, mind you. Okay. And now, we spent the highest amount per capita on health services under Bush. All right. So President Bush's economy from 2001 to 2008 was actually the one of the best economies in American history. All right. So, on that note, my friends, all right, we see that President Bush was right, but also I want to stress that um, Romney was also right with his with his with his plan for for a stronger middle class. All right. Um, Energy independence. We need to increase access to domestic energy resources. Streamline permitting for exploration and development. Eliminate regulations destroying the coal industry. In other words, Obama's phony Obama's attack on coal, right? Now, okay? So, and approve the Keystone Pipeline, okay? Which Obama has not approved, okay? Because he's so vexed on his, oh, global warming, which is a hoax, okay? Global warming doesn't exist, my friends, okay? In fact, all right, before I move on to more, okay, I'm gonna show you what Climate Gate was, okay? Climate Gate, right? Oops, that's moving right along here. Oops, sorry about that. But we all remember Climate Gate when servers were hacked into and obtained, and it was discovered that that the scientist manipulated the climate data and tried to use it to attack their detractors. All right, but anyhow, um, more of Romney's plan was to build the skills to succeed. Okay, which means giving every family access to great school and quality teachers, provide access to affordable and effective higher education options, focus job training programs on building votable skills and aligning align with opportunities, and attract and return the best and the brightest from around the world. Okay. Now, the third point of his plan was to improve trade that works for America. You know, curtail the unfair trade practices of China. You know, where they're manipulating their currency and stuff like that and ripping us off. All right, open new markets for American goods and services. Okay, build stronger economic ties to Latin America and create a Reagan economic zone to strengthen free enterprise around the world. See, Romney had the right idea. Entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, Romney had the right idea. Okay, with this. All right, and that's what I stress. Entrepreneurial spirit. All right, and then he wanted to cut the deficit. Okay, which it's now at 17, or almost heading towards 17 trillion right now. Okay, but he wanted to immediately reduce non-security discretionary spending by 5%, cap federal spending below 20% of the economy, give states responsibility for programs that they can implement more effectively, and consolidate agencies to and align compensation of federal workers with their private sector counterparts. Okay, and Romney had the right idea when he wanted to champion small business. Okay, with policies that would champion small business, like reducing taxes on job creation through individual and corporate tax reform, stop the increase in regulation that are tangling job creators in red tape, and protect workers and businesses from strong arm law labor union tactics, and replace Obamacare with real health care reform that controls cost and improves care. Okay, right now we need to defund Obamacare, and and because it's just a disaster. Okay, so Romney had the right idea on all of this, but Barack Obama and the president and the vice president had the wrong idea. All right, the wrong idea. All right, so they we know that we've been lied to, okay, by this president. All right, they are what they are. We still don't have answers on why Brian Terry was killed. Okay, in the Fast and Furious scandal. All right, where where the Obama administration was trafficking guns to the Mexican drug cartels, and the very same guns that killed Brian Terry, a border patrol agent, was was the very was the very same guns that they were trafficking to the Mexican drug cartels. All right, now that, my friends, is devastating, and we haven't gotten any answers on the Benghazi thing. Why 4 patriotic Americans were killed in the Benghazi attack, in the Benghazi scandal. We now know that it was a cover up because the administration tried to cover it up because they had covert operations going on, and they were helping to traffic guns to Syria and weapons to Syria, to the other side, the opposite side. This all stemmed from that, you know so the Obama administration has lied to us, very, very much so my friends, we stress that entrepreneurialism is the best way to go for us. All right, whoops, sorry about that. Okay, hold up a second. Okay, but entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, here we go. Now, this is the way I. Now, you all know that I have my my business called the Jack of All Trades Foundation, and this, my friends, part of what I do is I teach people how to become entrepreneurs. All right. So, on that note, okay, let me help you. Okay, help me help you. All right, with this Labor Day special, okay, of entrepreneurial spirit. All right. Okay. Yep. Entrepreneurial spirit. Okay. So, my friends, this is how we start this off here. All right. Entrepreneurial spirit will improve your, not just your well-being and your financial security, but everybody else's. Okay? So if everybody can learn how to become entrepreneurs, we want to get you off the welfare system. All right? Stop being lazy. All right? It it needs to be it needs to go from welfare to workfare. All right? You need to work in order to support yourself and your family. All right? The welfare system is screwing you over. All right? So now, this is what I have for you, my friends. All right? I am teaching you how to become entrepreneurs. And the very first step in that, my friends, is you take the entrepreneurial quiz. All right? And that is just 3 questions to ask and answer about yourself to help you start your own business and start making money for yourself. All right? And get on the path to not living off the government. All right? The government cannot support you. All right? So now, the entrepreneurial quiz. this is the entrepreneurial quiz, okay? Now, the 3 questions to ask and answer about yourself, okay? And now, the first one is, what comes easy to you but harder for others? Okay? The second one is, what would you do nonstop, even if you never got paid for it? Okay? And the third one is, how can you be of service to people and still give back to others? All right. Now, that now, if you think about those 3 questions, okay? Now, the first one really might be the kicker for you. All right. But okay, you need to really think about this, okay? And this, you need to dig deep into your inner passions, all right? What do you really like to do? Something that is legitimate, something's your passion, you know? You can, based on these 3 questions, you can pretty much come up with something to make a living off of, okay? You don't have to be sitting on your butt and living off the system, all right? Just think about these 3 questions, and then you could have it made, all right? You could go from sitting on your butt and collecting the free limited government cheese to making your own cheese, all right? You become the cheese, all right? You don't need the government to support you, all right? Because that's nonsense. The government is not doing a darn thing for you. Get off the welfare system. Start thinking for yourself. Start doing for yourself, all right? Think about these 3 questions, all right? And you could have it made. Then, the next step is into starting your own business with you, doing something you know and love, is conquering and overcoming the 7 lies blocking people from success. All right. And those are, okay, the first one is the born lucky lie. Okay. Nobody was born lucky. A lot of people think that, oh, I have to be born with connections or a special talent to be rich. No, that's not the case. See, the truth is, luck is just showing up. You can't win if you don't play. So if you don't put the effort into it, you know, if you don't think about what you really want to do and what you really want to be. For example, when you're a kid and you're in school, they always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Okay? Nobody ever asks you what kind of business do you want to run when you grow up? All right? Nobody asks you that. See, because they're not thinking beyond the pale. They're not thinking beyond what they're not thinking about business or you know or how you can improve yourself. You know, they just want you to think like them, you know, limited. But we live in a world where we have unlimited resources, and we can use those unlimited resources to make ourselves better. All right? Now, the second lie is the work hard lie. Okay? A lot of people think that, oh, I have to work hard and be willing to make sacrifices to be rich. No. All right? The truth is, all right, work less, make more, find your own area of excellence. Okay? This is what I was talking about before. Okay? When you dig deep into your passions, all right, what you really like to do, you know, put it together, you know, what you don't necessarily have to work harder, you have to work smarter. All right? Put it together. All right? The theme of the entrepreneur is work less, make more. All right? So, but starting out your business, you do have to put in the extra work. You know, though. You see me out there every day, working my magic, making money every day. Okay? That's work. Okay? You need to put the effort into it. Okay? You're never going to get anywhere if you don't put the effort into it. Okay? And that's the truth, my friends. The third lie that people always tend to go by is, oh, people think, oh, I have to hit it big in the entertainment or sports world to be rich. No, that's not the case, my friends. The truth is, a celebrity is someone who is celebrated, someone who shows up to do something well. All right? You know, I mean, I, it's just, you know, you get in the spotlight and stuff, celebrities, I mean, a lot of those Hollywood stars now are like so far out there that they're not even living in reality. All right, so don't even think about that. You don't need to be big in the entertainment or sports world to be rich. You know, you can make your own fame. Just by digging in your inner passions and putting that together into something you know and love that you can work with. All right, that you can live on and survive. Okay. The fourth lie is the money lie. Okay, and this is my particular. This is the one that gives me chuckles because a lot of people think, oh, I have to have money to make money and be rich. No, that's not the case. The truth is, the path to millions begins with $1. It's what you do with that. Okay? Now, when you find now, it's what you do with that dollar that can turn it into millions. Okay? You make when you get your first dollar, you can turn it into millions of dollars. Cuz $1 can add up to millions of dollars. Okay? It goes on and on. Okay? But remember that the path to millions begins with $1. Okay? You don't have to necessarily have to have money to make money. Okay? Now, when I started my business, the Jack of All Trades Foundation, I only had $10 to my name. Now I'm out there every day and I'm making money every day. All right? So, I'm not worried about the thin pocket. If I have only like $10 in my pocket, I know I can always go out there and using what I created, my business, I can always make extra money with that. All right. Now think about that. Now, then there's the debt lie. All right. Now, a lot of people think this is lie number 5. Okay. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I have to have zero debt to be rich. No, that's not the case. All right. Now, the truth is, you must have debt to get rich. Okay? You must use debt to get rich. Okay? Learn the difference between good debt and bad debt. Now, for example, you know, if you if you if you're a recording artist, all right, and you want to make money in the recording industry, right? Okay? That then in some cases the companies that the production companies will will have you pay a certain amount, okay, and for the production. But what you can do is if you don't have the money right away, okay, you can pay some down and then use your sales use your sales to pay off the debt. All right, so a portion of your sales goes into the debt. Okay, so you're not going under in debt. You're making money, but you're in debt, but you're also making money, so you can pay off that debt. You see what I'm saying? So there, you need you don't need to have zero debt to be rich. Nobody nobody really started like that. Okay, everybody everybody goes in debt sometimes, but you can avoid bankruptcy by just using these methods. All right. Now, the because learn the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt would be credit card debt. All right. we all know a lot of people who have gotten in trouble with credit cards. All right. And so that, my friends, you need to be smart with your money. All right. Okay. And at the end of the show, I'm going to give you some financial advice. All right. Now, then there's lie number 6. All right. The Google and Gates lie. Yeah. Now, the Google and Gates lie is, okay, a lot of people think, oh, I have to be super smart and invent something that the world relies on to be rich. No. Okay, that's not the case either. All right. The truth is, intelligence, wit, and inventiveness will only get you so far. All right. Now, big things are born from satisfying small niches. Okay. Now, you see me out there, okay, with my business, the Jack of All Trades Foundation. I'm out there. What I have is something called a small niche business. In other words, I found my niche. I found something that I'm really good at that I can make money and be rich off of. All right? So I found my passion, my inner passion. Everybody has it in them. Their inner passion. You can do something productive with your life. You don't have to live off the welfare system. All right? Okay? Which brings me to, it's up to you. Okay? You, ultimately, it comes down to you. All right? You have to look in the mirror every morning. Okay? Every day. You have to be the one that changes yourself. All right? For the better. All right? You have to take that step. In other words, look into the mirror and say to yourself, say it out loud, okay? I am a businessman, or I am a job creator. I am, such and such. I am a successful businessman. I am an entrepreneur. I get things done. It's up to you. See, I didn't used to dress like this all the time, but you see this blazer, all right? I would suggest everybody get one, all right? Because you have to improve your self-image before you can ever get successful in life, all right? It's up to you. No more wearing these baggy pants that show your underwear. You look ridiculous. All right? You look ridiculous. All right? That does not really get you a good job or get you to where you're going. Start dressing nice. Start improving your outer appearance. Hygiene is another thing. Okay? Start brushing your teeth, smelling nice. If you want to be successful, you got to look successful. Okay? That's the advice there. All right? So for all you people out there sitting on your butts, living on the welfare system, saying, "Oh, I'm not making it. I'm not doing anything. It's hard. I can't do it." You're just fooling yourself. All right? You need to do something productive with your life. You can overcome the 7 lies blocking people from success. All right? And which brings me to the last lie. Okay? Which is the Wall Street lie. Lie number 7, the Wall Street lie. A lot of people think, "Oh, I have to know a lot about the stock market or work on the street to be rich." No, that's not the case. All right? The truth is, returns on investments don't come directly from Wall Street. They arise from within you based on what you know and love. All right? So that's what I'm stressing for you. Okay? You can overcome all of this. You don't have to be living on Wall Street to be working for Wall Street to be or invested in the stock market to be rich. You don't need to be that. You have it within yourself to do it. Okay? You have it. Your skills, passions, and talents. Do something you know and love, and you will go far in life. All right? Now, And that also brings me to okay, we have I I if you are in the midst of trying to get a job, all right, all right, this book, which I think everybody should get, called The Wealth of Choices, all right, The Wealth of Choices, all right, has tremendous advice, okay, and it talks about how the new economy puts power in your hands and money in your pocket. Okay. Now he's not talking about new economy. He's talking about new economy, old economy, but he's not talking about the difference between the Bush economy and the Obama economy. No. Okay. Now he's talking about the entrepreneurial economy, the new economy. Okay. Now if everybody became entrepreneurs and did something they knew and love, okay, that would be the new economy. Everybody would be successful. Okay? So that's the new economy. All right? And with that, my friends, in this book, okay, if you are on the search for a job, okay, which I encourage people, if you you can get a second job along with your business, okay, but now um, on this, if you are getting a job and looking for a job, okay, you need to polish your brand, okay, and there's 10 questions that you need when you go in for an interview. There's 10 questions you need to ask the the employer about the company that you're going to work for. All right. Now the first one is this job is this a job that allows me to make a real contribution? Okay. Now it talks about in the new marketplace, you get paid for the value you create. Okay, a job that offers a lot of money for little work might once may once have have seemed a dream, but in today's ruthless market, it's a dead end. Okay, instead, you should be in a job that makes you feel like you are making a contribution, that you're contributing to. All right. Now, second question is, will I learn something from this job that advances my career? Okay. Now, okay, and he says it talks about in the new economy, employers can't offer you loyalty, but they can offer you new skills. Okay. Now, if you view your work as simply a trade-off, your time and effort in return for their money, you'll wake up one day and find yourself out of a job. Okay, and out of luck. So don't don't make it like that. Okay, but if you view it so if you view it as a constant investment in your own skills and potential, you'll value your value will rise, and you need you need never fear being obsolete. Excuse me. Okay. Now, the third question is this employer willing to invest in my education and training? Okay? In other words, ask about tuition reimbursement programs, okay? A lot of major companies have them. like have them, and they will invest in your education if you decide to go to college while you're on the job. Yeah. Okay. Now, the fourth question is, does this job give me the freedom to do what I think is best? Okay. Now, okay, workplaces in the old economy tended to be top-down hierarchies. Okay, but now in the new economy, which is the entrepreneurial economy, um, many employers have changed their workplace cultures by instituting employee management committees, quality circles, and employee teams to give workers a greater say in the decision making and to spur them to better work or work better. Okay? Now, the fifth question you need to ask is the health benefits. Are they adequate? Okay? Now, do they have a good health insurance package benefits? Okay? And stuff like that. Really look into it. All right? Now, the sixth one is what if I become disabled? Okay? Ask about ask about long-term disability coverage. All right? Now, but on the health insurance, does it cover dental, and it also does it cover your family? Okay, if you have kids, all right, and everything like that. All right, but in the sixth question, long-term disability insurance. Okay, some companies do have that. Okay, and then the seventh question is, excuse me. Seventh question is, are the retirement benefits adequate? Okay, what do they have for retirement? Okay, do they have a 401k? You know, a lot of businesses now they have 401ks in which you contribute to, and then the employer matches it every month. Okay, so ask about that. Then the eighth question is, will 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 I make contacts that will help lead me to other jobs? Okay, in other words, building a network. You know, look at every customer as a potential lead to another job. Okay, you know, or as Newt Gingrich always said, okay, get a job, get a better job, get and then own the job. Okay, so and now the ninth question is, do I get stock options? Okay, ask about owning stock in the company. Okay, and the last one is the company healthy? Is it growing? Okay, so obviously you want to work at a place that's doing well. So because if they're doing well, then that means you will be doing well working there. All right, and then you can advance on so many things. Okay, so many things. So my friends, this is the tip of the iceberg. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, but anyway, we need to influence entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, in everybody. All right, this is very, very crucial. All right, to what we are seeing. And now, I want everybody to pay attention here, because now, with the policies that are installed today, in this day and age, my friends, okay, the Democrats are not doing it the right way. All right, you need to pay attention to the real voices of the Republican Party. Okay, which all spoke at the CPAC conference. All right, let me show some of that. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, yep.
Administration ever. Barack Obama, you lie.
Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, whoa. Hold on a second. Oops. Whoa. Oh, wait a minute here. Okay. But anyhow, that was Sarah Palin here. All right, but let me get into this.
Barack Obama promised the most transparent administration ever. Barack Obama, you lie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh. Yep. Oh, sorry about that. Anyhow. But you need to pay attention to people like not just Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin is one of those good ones, but she might be running for Senate in Alaska. All right, but um, I want to play a clip of some of the CPAC conference. Okay, that um, because some of those players, okay, like they had Rand Paul on there, Ted Cruz, and Rand Paul is one of the ones you need to pay attention to. All right, and it's clearly interesting. Rand Paul, I think, is gonna knock it out the box. All right, he's gonna knock it out the box. Okay, Rand Paul, Benjamin Carson, Marco Rubio, okay, Ted Cruz, all of those, okay, because all of these people, they are just not cutting it. All right, I mean, all of these people, actually, all of these people on the left are not cutting it. So you need to look to Rand Paul, Marco Rubio, Benjamin Carson, all of those people, on the right, on the Republican side, because these people know what they're talking about. All right, and you need to think like a business owner. Okay, get off the welfare system. It's not doing you a bit of good. All right, they're cutting benefits all across, and this whole Obamacare thing is not gonna work. All right, this whole Obamacare thing is not gonna work. All right, all right, but we have it here. Let me show you some of the voices at the CPAC conference again. All right.
Sees himself as a champion of the middle class. Yet, since he came on scene, even those lucky enough to have a job, they're working more for less.
But the other ulterior motive is if everybody doesn't have skin in the game, then you can just persecute this 1% or this 2% or this 5%. If everybody has skin in the game, you have to be responsible. Because if you come talking about raising taxes, you're raising taxes on everybody, you better have a darn good reason.
To abolish the U.S. Department of Education. Education is too important for it to be governed by bureaucrats in Washington, taking choices away from parents and kids.
The president's trying to step up. He's trying to do his fair share. After the sequester was announced, he said he's going to stop the White House tours for school children. But meanwhile, within a few days, the president finds an extra $250 million to send to Egypt.
We need to start thinking smartly about the way that we use our resources, use our money. And, in 2009, 40 of the wealthiest families in America pledged to give away half of their wealth to charity. Go someplace else in the world and ask the 40th wealthiest families to give away half their wealth. They'll look at you like you got 6 heads. This is an American phenomenon. We take care of our own. We always have. It is not the government's responsibility. It is our responsibility as citizens.
Never before have our challenges been so big and our leaders so small.
Then President Obama and the Senate Democrats' crosshairs right now. But we all did receive helpful advice from Joe Biden. That if you have any threats at home, just go outside with a double-barreled shotgun and fire in the air. Which is very, very useful if it so happens that you're being attacked by a flock of geese. Or, for that matter, a drone.
$100 now to fuel up your truck. It costs tens of thousands of dollars to send your child to college. The impacts on the American family budget. And while the middle class Americans, while we're breaking their budgets, the Democrat-controlled Senate refuses to pass a budget, all in violation of Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7 of our U.S. Constitution.
And not to mention, Barack Obama has violated the Constitution several times. And I think it's time maybe to file for impeachment. But anyhow, since Barack Obama really doesn't understand business, remember he said that it's if you have a business, you didn't build it. Yeah. Well, he doesn't understand business, but I'm gonna bring it to the last word of the night, and this is my advice for my financial advice for everybody. All right. Never spend money never borrow money unless you can pay it back. Never spend money unless you can make it back the same day or the next day. Never spend more money than you make. And any day you make money is a good day. All right. That, my friends, is the last word of the night. Okay. And we thank you for watching Political Point Magazine, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Remember, think entrepreneurial spirit for this Labor Day 2013. All right. Follow me on Twitter at WilliamMitro2. And you can also watch us on YouTube. All right. Thank you for watching Political Point. Subscribe to our YouTube page. All right. And we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.